Hello and welcome to another Ask Us Anything Live with me, Kate R. for Intrepid English. Every Friday I go live and I talk about a grammar, pronunciation, or even vocabulary point. This could be from one of my students or an interesting point that I think would be useful for you. So before we go any further, if you like these videos, please click the like button and subscribe so that you get notified whenever I am going live to help you improve your English. So for the past 2 weeks, I have done videos on phrasal verbs, and I'm going to give you another 5 today, making it a total of 15 really useful phrasal verbs that you need to start using today. Why? Because the native speaker will always use the phrasal verb more than the traditional verb. So if you want to sound like a native speaker, you need to use phrasal verbs. So phrasal verbs today are to pick up. Now, this is really, really useful because it has two meanings. Can mean to gather or collect something. It can also mean to improve. So, for example, I need to pick up some packages before I pick up my daughters from school. But I can also say about one of my students, her English has really picked up recently. She's really suddenly just improved just incredibly. It's beautiful to see. So that's to pick up. The next one is to look up to. So this is to admire, to respect, someone you look up to. The opposite is to look down on somebody. So that is when you don't respect somebody, you think badly of them. But the phrasal verb I really want you to know is to look up to admire, to respect somebody. So she has always looked up to her older sister, for example. The next one is to set up. So this is a really useful phrasal verb. It's to arrange or organize something. So I set up a meeting for all the teachers next week. Or she set up this new project to help children with their reading skills, for example. The next one is to give up. Okay, that's to quit or stop doing something. So, for example, I will always say to my students, don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your English. Keep going, keep improving. And my last one is to hang out. So that is to spend time relaxing and socializing, which unfortunately I don't get much time to do anymore. But I used to love hanging out with my friends on weekends before I was a mum. Now I love hanging out with my daughters. So these phrasal verbs are tough because they don't always have a clear, straightforward translation, or they can change meaning depending on how they are used in a sentence. The key is to practice and to use them always. So think of your own personal example and then start using them. So check out my last 2 videos for the other 10 phrasal verbs that will really help improve your English today. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful weekend and see you next Friday for more English with me on Ask Us Anything for Intrepid English.